Do you remember Joseph explaining the dreams for King Pharaoh? After he explained the dreams, he also gave advice to the king. Now let Pharaoh look for a wise man and put him in charge of the land of Egypt. Appoint people who can take a fifth part of the harvest during the 7 years of abundance. They should collect all the food of these good years that are coming and store up the grain to be kept in the cities for food. This food should be held in reserve for the country to be used during the 7 years of famine that will come upon Egypt, so that the country may not be ruined by the famine. King Pharaoh says, "What a good idea! Can we find anyone like you? I see the Spirit from God is in you. Since God has made all this known to you, there is no one so wise as you. You shall be in charge of my palace, and all my people are to submit to your orders." What is happening here? Do you see that God didn't forget Joseph? After all his years of suffering, he comes in charge of the whole country, Egypt. Then Pharaoh takes his ring from his finger and put it on Joseph's finger. Joseph gets very nice clothes and also a golden chain around his neck. Now everyone can see how important Joseph is. Pharaoh sends him in a chariot even throughout the whole country, that everyone sees him and knows this is the one in charge now. Pharaoh gives him also a wife. What a big change in his life! Do you remember that we read in the Bible that God was with Joseph? Now you see, even when there can be hard times of suffering, the Lord will not forget you. He can make everything different, also for you. From now on, Joseph is very busy going into the whole country, making sure that in every city storehouses are built. Year after year, the harvest is huge. People bring part of their harvest to the storehouses. Plenty of food. Exactly how the Lord had taught Joseph. 7 years there was more than enough food. In every city there were full storehouses. Do you see that the Lord always does what he promises? During these 7 years, Joseph and his wife also got 2 sons. Their names were Manasseh and Ephraim. But then everything changes. You can see now there is no good harvest. And do you see the cow? So thin. 7 years of hunger. Children are crying. Moms don't know what to do. Fathers think, how can I feed my family? When the people are crying, King Pharaoh says, go to Joseph. He will help you. Joseph opens the storehouses and people can buy food. Not only people from Egypt, but also from other countries. Do you see how the Lord is using Joseph to rescue people? Every hard time that we are facing, we can go to the Lord. He can rescue us from everything that's bothering us. He can even solve your sin problem. Thanks to Jesus, his Son.